Hello, everybody. How are you? Nice to see you. For those of you who don't know, I've been gone for 3 weeks and just returned vacation. And is that Henry Costantino? Henry, good to see you. My gosh, you're looking fine. You look like you're recovering well. Yeah, well, I can't tell you how much we've missed you, just all of us. Good to have you back. Yeah. Yes. What an incredible man. He is just incredible. And is that Claudia Butler? How are you? She was my first president of the board of directors when I started 22 years ago. And she kind of nurtured me. And nice to see you as well. Remember how it was back then? Back in those days? I was green, fresh out of school. And when I would get up to give my lesson on Sunday morning, I'd be just like this. Now I'm telling you, the thing to do is to follow the 10 Commandments. And I could not wait to sit down. It was just absolutely atrocious having to get up and speak in front of people. And that went on for, well, you finally quit. It went on for a long time. Anyway, on vacation, I went to France. On one of my flights, there was a 4-hour delay, an unexpected delay. And it's very interesting to see what happens when something like that occurs, because it's just not the 4-hour delay, but it's also the connecting flights that people aren't going to get, and then the flights that connect to those that they're not going to get. And all of a sudden, there's this conglomeration of dilemmas that come down because people don't know how they're going to get to where they're going on time. And it's just the emotional range went from irritation to outrage. I mean, you could just feel the energy. It was just turbulent. You could almost feel a pulse beat to it as everybody was just scrambling to try to get to where they wanted to go. And I found myself, I was even, I guess for this crowd, peeved. I was peeved off. Might give you a closer idea of where I was, although that clearly understates my feeling. But I was getting angry because I was going to miss my connecting flight. And then I remembered a lesson that I learned, one of the most valuable lessons in my entire life. I've shared it with many of you before. I'd like to share it again this morning. They say when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Now, we don't know where, we don't know when, we don't know how, and the teacher comes in many different disguises. For me, it happened on a Saturday night. I had just completed a wedding here at the church. I went home. It was 7:30. My wife was out of town. There was no food in the house. I was famished. I called up and ordered a pizza to be delivered. The person on the other line of the phone said it will be 30 to 45 minutes. That's great, I thought. 8 o'clock, 8:15 at the latest, I'll have my food. 8 o'clock came, I started to get antsy. I turned the TV down to make sure that I'd be able to hear the doorbell or the phone when it rang. 8:15 came, no pizza. 8:30, I called the pizza delivery station. They say we had a bit of a snag, but it won't be long. 8:45, no pizza. 9 o'clock, I call again. And the driver had a car problem, but we're sending another driver out to get your pizza. It'll be there soon. 9:30, no pizza. I called again. Sorry, I am so sorry. It won't be long now. Well, you know how it is when you have a desire, and you expect that desire to be gratified sometime soon, and when that gratification doesn't come, the desire becomes bigger, and it becomes bigger, and it becomes gnawing, and then it becomes raging. And that's the point where I was at. I was hungry, I wanted my food, and I wanted it now. At 9:40, the doorbell rang. I opened it, and there was this kid, probably 18 or 19 years old. He had a ball cap on backwards. His eyes were like little itty-bitty slits in his head. His speech was slurred. He had a goofy smile on his face. And I knew that look. I had seen it many times before, sometimes even in the mirror. That kid was stoned. So I went off on him. I said, how on earth can you run a delivery service like this? Do you know how long I've been waiting? This is absolutely outrageous. I don't know what you're thinking. You're never going to make it anywhere if you completely act like this. And there was about a 10-second pause, a very cold silence. And the kid says, and I quote, "Hey, man, what difference will it make in 7 days?" I was dumbfounded. I said to the kid, what difference will it make in 7 days? What difference will it make? And as about ready to tell him what difference it would make in 7 days, it dawned on me that it won't make any difference at all. None whatsoever. And that truth rolled over my mind like a warm summer breeze. There was an epiphany that raised me up with the understanding if something doesn't make a difference now in regards to an irritation and aggravation, then it won't make a difference in 7 days, so why even engage in that? Now, was I justified in getting angry? Absolutely. Did I have a right to be upset? Yes. Did I have a right to voice my anger at the boy? Yes, I did. Absolutely justified. But why would I want to? To what benefit? What purpose does that serve? It didn't make me feel good. All that anger rolling up inside me. The kid might have been amused by it. He probably runs into that all the time. But the bottom line is, even though it might be justified, why would I want to engage in that? See, we live in a world that is very confusing, sometimes chaotic. Lots and lots of things happen that we are justified in getting angry about. But the fact of the matter is, that doesn't do us any good and it doesn't do the world any good. As a matter of fact, it is a detriment to our emotional and our physical health. So the point is, if something doesn't make a difference in 7 days, take the mindset it doesn't make a difference now and I'm just not going to engage myself in this. See, every day we have the opportunity to lift up or to put down, to make better or to make worse, to create peace or to increase conflict, to live in ease or at ease with life or to be in dis-ease with life. We have that choice. It's all about choices. That's what our lives are all about. They're all about choices. And the choices that you've made in your life up until this point in time, right here, right now, are a result of the life that you're living today. The choices that you made yesterday affect the experience that you're having today, and the choices that you're going to make today will to some degree affect the experiences you're going to have tomorrow. Now, knowing that, it's very important if we want to live a pleasing, pleasurable, prosperous, peaceful life, that we be very mindful about the choices we make, and we break out of this habitual response or reaction to things in an angry and a disrupting way. We have to be more mindful. See, every choice has a lifeline. It just isn't a choice that is made and that's it and it's over. Every choice has a lifeline, and if you make a choice to be angry, that choice lives on with the characteristic of anger.